What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the next Moon YT channel. Today I got a little surprise for you. I found a electric jack. I pay for this jack with my own money. It is not sponsored, but Vevor, if you're listening, you can always sponsor me. So let's get started. Let's see what this little jack looks like. This is the box it comes with. It's just a plain box. And the brand is called Vevor Tough Tools Half Price. Let's see what's inside. So inside the cardboard box is this rugged plastic container for the tool itself. On the outside, we have what appears to be stick-on, semi-reflective stickers that you can use if you leave this box on roadside as a caution indicator. Okay, and on the back, we just have the name, the brand, Vevor. Okay, so it comes with some what appears to be metal locks. They're somewhat of a thin gauge metal. So let's open this up. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, so this is what we have on inside of the box. The box does lie flat. So we have what appears to be a tool for cutting your seatbelt in the case of emergency and for breaking the glass. Probably your side window or maybe even the front windshield. So this seems to be just a rubber cap for safety, I'm assuming. And we have this pointed metal tip, okay? And then we have the main components themselves. We have instruction manuals. We have what appears to be a cigarette adapter that you can attach with these two clamps to your car battery directly. We have two pairs of gloves with the sticky material. And then we have the cordage. At the end is the cigarette connector, and the other end is the connector to probably the pump itself. Okay, I've unwrapped the plastic that was around this jack itself, and let's take a look. We have a door that appears to be where the connector for the power will go. Let's turn it around. On the other side, we have a door, a flap again, and this appears to contain the air hose. So we have two functionalities. We have the electric car jack, and we have a pump, as well as the pressure gauge on top. And just to give you a closer look, we have some extra fuses. We have some connector heads as well, adapter heads. And this part actually will screw onto your tire valve. Okay, so that's nice and neat inside. And now let's look at the actual features of the pump. Okay, so we have three switches on top of the electric jack. First, we have the up and the down. That will operate the jack itself. And then in the middle, we have a light switch, means on, that's off, and that's on. And lastly, on the right, we have a toggle switch. That toggle switch will let you choose between the pump, which is the front. That'll be the pump position. And if you press the back one, that's for lifting the car jack. So it has a rocker switch. Meaning you can only do one at a time. But then, why would you be using the pump and the jack at the same time? And on top of that, we have a little pressure gauge, tire pressure gauge. And we're gonna test that. We're gonna see how accurate it is. On the middle of the jack, underneath the handle, we have a little emergency valve. This is where you would put in a little Allen key, and you rotate it left or right to release the pressure in case the jack gets bind. Okay, and there's a little bit of a LED light right here shining up to shine underneath the car of your body. And we have a little flashlight in the front. So that's all controlled by the light switch in the back. Overall, the plastic seems to be pretty rugged, except for maybe the plastic used for the little doors. The handle is more of a strap than a firm, rigid handle. It will bend, as you can see. And the jack mechanism actually is all metal. And it has 3 sections. 2 sections will come out, and the topmost is screwable. So you can unscrew it on and off as you need it. As you can see, I'm just gonna unscrew it. Okay, so this part is solid metal. The grooves on the jack head, the pad head, is not very deep. So if you're going to use a pinch point on your car for jacking, you might still want to buy an adapter. That's something to note. So I'm going to just quickly show you that the topmost piece does come off, and there's a little bit of a play as you unscrew it. The rest of the jack is not. As you can see, the head comes off. This is the third portion of the jack. You will use this only if the other 2 sections that rises does not give you enough height. Okay. Also, the bottom of the jack is a solid metal piece. It appears to be aluminum, but pretty heavy and thick gauge. So that's the foot of the jack. All right, so let's give you a sense of the weight and the size of this jack. Here's my scale. It's 10.6 pounds. That's the weight of this jack itself. Okay, dimensionally is about 12 inches long, slightly over 6 inches wide, and also about 6 inches tall. Okay, so let's go and put this guy in action. So let's see how far this jack can extend. So I'm gonna put the toggle to the jack mode in the back, and I'm gonna push the U, which will go up. So once the pump has reached its maximum height, it will have a limiter and it will just stay at that height. So this is the max of the 2-stage lift. Let's unscrew it and see how far it'll go further. So with the 2-stage to its max, the height is at 14.5 inches. So I'm gonna unscrew the top 3rd shaft and see how high it can get. So with the screw shaft unscrew to the max, the total height of the lift is about 18 inches. Now I wouldn't suggest you always use this height because if you unscrew the top section, there's a little bit of a play, as you can see. So I wouldn't use it at 18 inches, maybe a little less. Okay, so here we go, lifting my SUV, which is a 3-row SUV. is about 2.5 tons. So it's 4,600 pounds around that area. And this jack is rated for 5 tons. So I've lifted my SUV, and as you can see, I have a puck that's about 1 inch thick. I can now slide it underneath. Okay, so it lifted the car about 1 inch, so I can go a little further if I need to. But there you go. It shows that this jack can lift the SUV. Mine is rated at 4,600 pounds, and this jack has a maximum rate of 5 tons. Let's lower this jack. So that's fully down. Success, guys. So the second test I want to do is to check the accuracy of the tire pressure monitor. And first I'm going to use my own tire pressure gauge and then the pump's gauge to see how accurate it is. And then we're going to try to pump up the tire like a couple pounds. So my tire pressure says it's 35. Let's see what the other pump says. So according to the pump, the tire pressure is close to 35. So it's not too off, okay? So I'm gonna take out a few pounds and we'll try adding it. Okay, so we're gonna try adding air. I'm gonna put this toggle into the inflator mode, which is pushing it to the front. Okay, this is about 35 pounds. Let's see how accurate it is. Okay, let's check the tire pressure. So it's close. It's about 34 and a half, maybe, not quite 35. So this tire pressure gauge is not too bad, and the pump speed is pretty good on to be honest. I've used a cheaper one and it takes a lot longer to move it up 2 pounds. So overall, I think this is a pretty successful tool and I'll be keeping it. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you share with this video, put a comment. I hope you learned something, and enable notifications. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time.